I always get the question, what are the best ingredients for making pizza at home? I'm gonna go roam the aisles of ShopRite and figure out what the best ingredients in this grocery store are. So ShopRite is a gigantic store, huge aisles. Love coming to this place, you got some room to operate. They have a pretty good lineup of cheeses here, and the fresh mozzarella selection here. Let's take a look. I haven't seen the Galbani fresh mozz, so we're gonna pick this up. We'll give it a test, see how it works. And here's another one I haven't yet tried here, Belgioso fresh mozzarella smoked. You guys know from past videos, I use this one quite a bit. Belgioso has the full lineup here. We have the burrata. These are like fresh mozz with a little cream inside. You cut them open. They're really nice to break open on top of a pizza. Serve it at room temp. As far as pepperoni goes, they have two of the better ones from my Will It Cup Challenge. We have the Boar's Head as well as the Margarita. These cup up nicely and have great flavor. If you're making the monster pizzas, they have this giant stick of Margarita pepperoni. We'll grab a little basil. Love to put this in my sauce as well as slice it up and garnish on top of my pizzas. All right, guys, the Boar's Head mozzarella is in the deli. Don't sleep on this one. Get it sliced medium thickness. You're gonna love it on top of a pizza. Also, if you're making pan-fried Sicilian, the Boar's Head sharp Wisconsin cheddar works well. They have frozen pizza dough available from Papa Sal's. Maybe we'll throw it in the cart and try this out too. All right, guys, when it comes to sauce and onions, and specifically pan-fried Sicilian, and Old Forge, you want to go with the yellow onions, right? They're sweeter. Sometimes they're called Vidalias, but the yellow onions are generally sweeter. You don't want to go with these white onions. Those are a little bit more aggressive. You want that mellow, sweet flavor when it simmers out. Even more specialty cheeses. They have several stations set up throughout. Some more fresh mozz over here. Of course, we always point out the Locatelli wherever we can find it. The great stuff. When it comes to flatbreads, the Pizza Princess, these are her favorite. She's a flatbread girl, and these are her favorite. Whenever I'm here with my son, we have to stop and hang out by the live lobster tank for a little bit. So he calls them monsters, but they're just lobsters. So here's a quick word on salt. Obviously we put salt in our dough, and if you have the choice between coarse and fine, always pick fine. Never pick the coarse salt. That'll shred your dough and break up the gluten matrix. So you want the fine so it dissolves better. We have an okay selection here of flours. Of course, we have the King Arthur line. I usually reach for the King Arthur bread flour. They also have the Anna brand flours. So these are 00, which means their grind is much finer and really good for pizza. They have quite a number of yeasts to pick from. So if you're making small quantities, you want to go with the packets, but I want you to go with the instant yeast, especially if you're newer to making dough at home. Instant requires less work. You don't have to activate it as opposed to the active dry where you have to make it bloom. So grab the quick rise right here. It'll be much, much easier for you. Huge honey selection here. The only hot honey I see is the Bowl and Basket. We saw this at Garrity's too, so check that Garrity's Shop With Me video out. But if you like a sweeter sauce, put some honey in your sauce and not sugar. It's a lot smoother and it gives you a much better taste in terms of sweet sauces. Here's one I haven't tried yet, the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pizza crust. We'll give this one a shot. This is just such a huge store and so much to pick from. When we are making pan-fried Sicilian pizza, the goat is peanut oil because it has a high smoke point. But there are other oils that you can use with a high smoke point. Canola, corn oil, and of course olive oil. Now olive oil is quite expensive, but I think they all sort of are these days. Quite an extensive selection of olive oils. Probably the best selection of any grocery store I've been to so far. Here's here's their selection of pre-made pizza sauces. Don Pepino, just always a classic, easy to use. Cento makes a really good one. And here's the other one that ranks high, Rao's. So sifting through their selection of tomatoes, I like Cento out of this. Muti makes really, really good products, so anything by them is always solid. The Scalfani is pretty good, but this is one of the few places that I can find the Jersey Fresh crushed tomatoes. A lot of people love these. If you like Don Pepino, it has that Jersey tomato sort of tang, has a little bit of texture to it, so this is a good tomato that a lot of people are gonna love. All right, we're over in the refrigerated section, checking out the cheese. We know we like the Palio, we know we like the Galbani, and also these are hard to shred, so you want to put them in the freezer for like 20 minutes before you try to shred. But don't sleep on the Bowl and Basket brand, that does melt well. And I also tried this Biazzo, and that does melt pretty well as well. So, oh, here's one I haven't tried. Let's give it a shot. They have this really awesome live cooking demonstration area. I'd love to teach a pizza class there one day. Good ingredients are just so important in making pizza, but the most important ingredient is that love you put into it. All right, so that was a very successful trip into ShopRite here. The strengths of what they have to offer in terms of pizza ingredients are the cheese selection's unreal. The deli has just about everything you need to make a pizza there. Canned tomato selection is on point. They have some premium brands and some harder to find brands. So I really like that. Their flour selection was okay, but we did find that gluten-free Bob's, which is a little bit hard to find. So glad we did that. Overall, this place is a spot you can roam for hours and find everything you need. So ShopRite and Moosic, it's a winner. So let me know where you think I should go next to check out the pizza ingredient selection. And don't forget to return your shopping cart.